Hey people of the internet, welcome back to A Sprinter's Blog, and today we are going to be going through my 2023 season. Now, I've had a lot of things happen this season, a lot of ups and a lot of downs, shall I say, and we've only got like 9 competitions to go through, but I want to kind of go through this year, see what I've done, take the positives, take the improvements to put into next year, and just see how this year has gone. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. 22nd of January was my first comp of the season, 60-meter indoor at Cardiff. All I really wanted to do was open up. Usually with me, I need to kind of get the nerves out to get used to competing again, but that's just a me problem. Anyway, we get into the race, had no expectations, just kind of wanted to run it how I thought I needed to, and yeah. Always the first foot down, decent start. Wasn't very good extension, but hey, I just really wanted to get used to running again and competing. So getting into the second comp of the day, I decided to do a 200-meter indoors. Now the problem with that was that my first ever experience was at Cardiff Met. Now their track is not very good, but let's just get into the comp. Honestly, decent start. I really enjoyed the first 100s. I felt really good here. And then because this is my first time ever doing it, I was like, okay, what do I do here? Now, I thought, well, I have to accelerate up the ramp, right? So I did. I accelerated up. And it was about here where this guy was obviously overtaking me. And I was like, okay, I need to accelerate. I need to put more in now to kick in to have a better straight when I come off. It didn't go to plan. I was falling with every step. My arm was all over the place. It was not a good run at all. But you know, first ever experience, not too bad. Okay, now we get into the 4th of Feb, so this is the race just before Bucks. But this one, it's a better start. I hold the angle better and I have a better upright. That's the main thing. The first 60 I did in my first comp, it was more around like an 100. I don't know why. I was preserving too much, I think. But it is first race of the season. And now we'll get into my favorite comp of the year, which is Bucks. Now, thing of indoor Bucks, obviously this is the first time I'm doing it. I was very excited. I love the atmosphere. I loved how it was ran. And yeah, this is, I think, the only time this year I've put something together and it's actually paid off. I'm just very happy because they had a lot of camera time on me that whole weekend. So I appreciate it. But yeah, gotta take your time on the blocks, guys. I'm just saying. But yeah, here, all I was told to do from my coach is just focus on the start, have a better start. That's what I did. So I just made sure I had all the aggression, all the extension I needed for the start, and we'll see if I did it.
So now through and away, and this is very close, but
that kind of lagged, but I had good extension nonetheless, good power here. I was like, okay, let's get up. Now, I was kind of leant forward a bit, which kind of capped my top end speed by a lot. And that's kind of where these two guys came through better than me. I think I ran 7:06 with that one. And then the semi-finals on the same day. All can I say is, guys, the camera time, thank you. I appreciate it. This one, I was like, okay, I can do the start. I've got the start in me. I've just got to finish on the end. Guess what I didn't do? The start.
Close semi-final to call. Great start by Suresh Black, but now Neelan Richards starting to come through. But
not as good extension as the first one. Did I false start? But yeah, I was in front for like a little bit in my start because I'm the first one out. But I come up really early and I have a better upright, but just no power behind it. But I actually ran 7:05, so I ran faster than Heat 1. If I could have combined those two races together, I definitely would have gone sub 7. But hey, I only had 2 60 races before it, and they didn't go well. So that was the first time in the whole indoor season I got things pieced together. Now, time to go through my favorite race of the year. It's not even my race, it's a relay. The 4x2 relay. Honestly, the atmosphere, how I felt, everything about it, I loved it. Let's go, Joe. So yeah, honestly, this is my favorite run of the year. It's my fastest official time by far. Sadly, we didn't get into the final because, you'll see, we had a little bit of a slip up. Matt went a bit too quick and Joe died, and yeah, we didn't get the baton through, but it's okay, it's okay. We redeemed ourselves. I kind of knew that before the run, but I was like, you know what, let's just get it done. So Matt gets a really good second leg here, gets us pretty much in first place, overtaking here. Laurie gets it. Boom! Rolled, baby, you rolled! Sorry. My bad. But yeah, Laurie had a really good third. I'm not saying that. And he brought it home for us in the third part. Here I was like, okay, it's close. It's my time. And I get the baton. Laurie falls over, but I'm gone, boy. I'm gone. Man's running. And I thought the guy, I thought this guy was behind me the whole time. I pretty much heard his footsteps the whole way, but
and Cardiff met.
Yeah, it was kind of over from there. Here I was like nearly falling over into lane 0, but here I was like, okay, re-accelerate, go. And yeah, honestly, the best run of the season by me, by far. We got disqualified. But it's all good. I didn't realize that until the end, and like they had I had all the camera time in the world, man. But yeah, and then Joe was shaking his head to me. I was like, no, we did disqualify. No. It cuts back to us talking and Matt saying, I'm sorry guys and stuff. But I was like, nah, it's a team effort, you know what I mean? And we were like, is what it is. Cute moment, man. It was a great comp though. That was the end of indoor season. I only had 3 comps, so yeah, let's get to outdoor season. So for some reason, I decided I would open up my season by running my first comp at Bucks. Don't know why. In hindsight, should have probably opened up a little bit before, just to kind of have a better chance of having a better race. Anyway, a lot of things went wrong in this run. Decent start, I would say. And here, my upright just felt really bad. I felt like I was going side to side sometimes. But I had more power than I looked like I used to in like the 60-meter runs. I ran 11:04, which was decent. Now, I was meant to go and do the semi-finals on that day. It rained. So we had to then be delayed to the next day and run at 10 a.m. That messed me up so much. So I did not run well. I was cold. I was tired. I didn't eat a lot before because I couldn't, because I felt sick. And yeah, it's what it is. Time that I knew it was going to be a bad run, not because I knew I was tired, didn't eat well. It's because I forgot my sprint shorts. I literally didn't pack them, so all I had was leggings. And when I run in leggings, I don't do well. Decent extension, not as much power. I just couldn't really speed up from here. It was a minus wind, but I just couldn't really run well at all, but it's all good. We're now at the 20th of May. I wasn't really taking comps seriously. It was more just training, just to get used to running 200s, running 100s. But I ran like poo. For some reason, I felt really tired, and like the sun was beaming on my blocks and everything. I'm here, by the way, in the middle. I just didn't feel like I had more to give after this. But I'll come off the bend here, and I just have nothing. And look how, like, it's good extension. It is decent extension. But I'd had no turnover in my legs, no power to give. And then we get to the 100 meters. I had a better race. I wanted to redeem myself a little bit better. I had a better start. It was minus wins again. I think it was like a -1 for the 200 and a -1 for this one as well. It was a little like delayed, I think. Like, it wasn't like really reacting well. But I had a better upright, and that was what I wanted to focus on, to be fair. But I just couldn't give too much else. It's now the 11th of June. So it's been a little while since I ran. A little bit of context. It's 30 degrees and there is no shade. And that is where I just couldn't put anything in. I just felt like I didn't have much more to give again. But because it was 30 degrees the whole day with no shade, I had to do the 200 and I knew it was going to be ass. I knew it was going to be bad. But I ran it anyway because in my mind, I mentally couldn't put in more in the 100s. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to put everything out. all I care about is being able to like put in 100% mentally and just see where I get with it. So I feel like I ran better in terms of mental power, but you can see how slow I look. You can see how dead I was. I don't even know where I am in this race. Oh, there I am. But yeah, it was difficult. I had a good bend. It's just kind of here where my feet started feeling like they were burning. And look how slow my legs are moving. It was all good extension. I just had no power, no, like anything. And this one, -2 point something wind. Ridiculous. I had no good wind conditions this year, which is a bit annoying. But this is probably the best I felt before everything went downhill. I think I have a decent start. I was ahead a bit at this point, and then I kind of lost it here. The wind was hitting me and everything, and I think I had pretty good extension and power. I just couldn't really turn over well because of the wind. This is the comp I got injured at. I got convinced to run at this open meet, and I did 4 weeks worth of training. So I only had 1 day to rest, and it was only the Thursday that I decided I'm gonna run. I knew it was a bad idea physically, but I was like, you know what, I need to run for mental reasons, and I wanted to get my mental right. And sometimes you need to just throw yourself in the deep end and perform the way you can. Yeah, I had a decent start, I'd say, coming off the bend over here, and you'll see me kick in now, and it died. Make sure you rest before a comp, guys. The only reason I wanted to run, because I was still feeling the injury at this point, but I wanted to race to get it up to speed by getting stronger and resting more. So yeah, I don't know if it really helped in the end. I mean, long run, maybe not, but short term in terms of not being able to really do comps the whole season, I needed to do some sort of comps to have fun and just to enjoy the environment and atmosphere, because you gotta love it, and I do, and I missed it a lot, so I was like, I need to just run. But this wind, it was a -3, but it's fine, it's fine. I had a better race in the 100, bit tired, my injury was playing up a little bit more, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna run just whatever. Last race of the season, it was an open meet at the Loughborough track, and all I wanted to do was just open my legs up, see if I can get, you know, decent time before I end the season. And I ran 10.91, which is the second fastest time I've ever ran. I had a better start, I had a very good upright, and I saw this guy behind me, well, not saw him, I heard him, I was like, okay, just kick in. And I really pushed my injury to the limit there, and I shouldn't have ran again. But I did, because I didn't know there was a final. I was like, okay, I'm in the final, cool. So yeah, I ran 10.91, and I was like, okay, I definitely can't do the 200 later that day because my injury. But yeah, decided to run again. Sadly, on my injured leg, I had no extension. But the reason I ran is because I could use my power of it, if you know what I mean. I could feel it being pliable. I could use it, but I just couldn't extend well because I felt uncomfortable. And even without being to like extend well off my right leg, I still ran 11.04. But anyway, guys, what I can take away from this is a few technique issues that I have in terms of my start and in terms of my transition phase. And obviously I'm working on my injury. If you're wondering what it was my right adductor that kind of played up, got a bit weak, and it was like an overuse weak injury, so it is what it is. But hey, we're in good spirits now. Pre-season has helped me a lot right now, and that was my season. I'm just gonna put this out here now. I'm going to be running the indoors 200, so I'm going to focus on more 2s in the indoor season this year, but I think not going overboard with expectations will put less pressure on me in the future, so I'm hoping to get at least, let's just say, a sub 22 in the indoor season for the 200s. I would say a 10.6 and a 21.4. That is where I want to be next year and what targets I want to set myself. I know I'm more than capable of doing it. I just have to be able to learn how to unlock it on the day and know when the time is right. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you guys can take some things out of this. Do more comps. More comps get you stronger. More comps mean you have more in your legs for the next one, and you will just progressively get faster and faster and faster. Anyway, guys, that has been me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.